A very good evening to you, our dear listener, and welcome to Explorer Online Radio. Today is Monday, the 27th of November, 2023. Reading you the news at 9 is Nicholas Tevandeke. First, the headlines. President Museveni to commission first diagnostics manufacturing plant in the Great Lakes region. Ministry of Health cautions about new tuberculosis sickness that doesn't show symptoms, and suspect in British tourist killing further remanded. The news in detail. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni is set to commission the first diagnostic test kit manufacturing plant in the Great Lakes region, saving the country over $100 million annually on test kit importation. The Ntinda-based plant will support Uganda and the regional health sectors in developing local manufacturing capacity to improve and sustain medical supply chain needs. Dr. Cedric Akwesije, Managing Director of Microheme Scientifics, announced that the plant, built in accordance with World Health Organization standards ISO 13485 and CGMP, will produce high-quality, affordable and accessible diagnostic test kits for quick response to outbreaks. Moving on, the World Alliance for Lung and Intensive Care Medicine in Uganda, WALIMU, has revealed that 50% of patients with tuberculosis do not show symptoms and live freely in the community, spreading the disease unknowingly. Dr. Achilles Katamba has emphasized the need for researchers to rethink and develop new innovations to ease treatment and ensure timely medication access. WALIMU's Executive Director, Dr. Kenya Mugisha, has called for a new treatment strategy to prevent the spread of the disease. Dr. Henry Luze, the Principal Medical Officer for the National Tuberculosis and Leprosy Program at the Ministry of Health, has stated that 90,000 new tuberculosis patients are registered annually in Uganda, with about 5,000 missing treatment. Away from that, the Deposit Protection Fund of Uganda has raised concern over a rise in fraudulent online investment schemes, including Green Monday Invest and OnPassive. In a statement, Julia Claire Oyet, the Chief Executive Officer, has emphasized that the body does not have any partnerships with these companies and their claims of deposit protection are false. She has urged the public to exercise caution when dealing with any investment company and to be vigilant when dealing with such schemes. The Deposit Protection Fund of Uganda is mandated to provide protection of up to 10 million shillings to customers of deposit-taking institutions licensed and regulated by the Bank of Uganda. Away from that, the Deposit Protection Fund of Uganda has raised concerns over a rise in fraudulent online investment schemes, including Green Monday Invest and OnPassive. In a statement, Julia Claire Oyet, the Chief Executive Officer, has emphasized that the body does not have any partnerships with these companies and their claims of deposit protection are false. She has urged the public to exercise caution when dealing with any investment company and to be vigilant when dealing with such schemes. The Deposit Protection Fund of Uganda is mandated to provide protection of up to 10 million shillings to customers of deposit-taking institutions licensed and regulated by the Bank of Uganda. In more news, the Uganda Revenue Authority has been named Government Agency of the Year at the annual Kampala Capital City Traders Association Quality Awards for its significant role in the growth of Ugandan business. The awards that took place at Motive Kampala also recognized URA's Commissioner General John Rujoki. In more news, the Uganda Revenue Authority has been named the Government Agency of the Year at the annual Kampala Capital City Traders Association Quality Awards for its significant role in the growth of Ugandan business. The awards that took place at Motive Kampala also recognized URA's Commissioner General John Rujoki Musinguzi as the Government Agency Outstanding Leader of the Year. Dr. Thaddeus Musoke, the chairperson of the CASITA, praised URA's proactive approach to engaging traders and its tax education staff stationed in the Central Business District. The awards recognize individuals, agencies, and companies that significantly impact businesses in a specific year. And in other news, former Uganda Railways Corporation Managing Director Stanley Sendegea has been granted a 1 million shilling cash bail by the Buganda Road Court. Sendegea was arrested by the State House Anti-Corruption Unit and arraigned in court on November 22nd on accusations that he forged a CV in July 2020, claiming he had a master's degree in business administration so as to secure the job. He has been released today by Grade 1 Magistrate Siena Oumugisha and ordered to return to court on December 14th. Furthermore, the Nakawa Magistrates Court has remanded Mr. Abdul Rashid, also known as Njovu, who is accused of murdering 2 British tourists and their Ugandan guide at Queen Elizabeth National Park in Kasese District on October 17th. Njovu, a suspected ADF commander, appeared before Chief Magistrate Elias Kakoza and was further remanded until December 18th. He was captured on November 6th during an operation by the Marine Forces of the Uganda People's Defense Forces on Lake Edward at Katwe Kavatoro Island. Njovu is facing 9 counts, including terrorism, murder, and aggravated robbery of money and travel documents. He is also charged with being a commander in a terrorist organization between 2018 and November 1st, 2023. Across borders, a Kenyan parliamentary committee has recommended reforms to the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, IEBC, a body responsible for determining the country's electoral process. The bipartisan committee, formed in August 2023, aimed to address opposition grievances and propose necessary policy reforms. The committee's report recommended restructuring the IEBC, appointing an expert panel to evaluate the 2022 electoral process, reviewing tax policy, rationalizing public expenditure, and expanding the social protections reach. And in our last story, the UN Security Council is set to lift the arms embargo on Somalia next month, as announced by Somali President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud. This embargo was extended to November 15th due to the continued threat of the Al-Shabaab terror group. The embargo does not apply to weapons, military equipment, technical advice, financial assistance, or training for the development of the Somali National Security Forces. That has been the news at 9. Thank you for listening. Nicholas Tevandeke.